Hello everyone, my name is Fletcher and welcome back to Xbox Nation. Today I have an incredible video for you, and this is an exclusive sneak gameplay preview of Exomecha. This is the fast-paced Titanfall-inspired FPS which is coming to all Xbox consoles as an exclusive, and it's looking bloody incredible. You might have seen the game spread out over social media as there's tons of clips, and you may also remember this game being revealed before the Xbox Series consoles launched a few years ago now. Now finally, within the next year, we will get the full release, and this video contains an exclusive sneak preview of what we can expect on our Xbox consoles, no holds barred. Yes, I am the first person outside of the development team to play Exomecha, so a big shout out to the team over at Twisted Red for making this possible. Of course, all footage today is subject to change prior to the final release, but with that, let's dive in and see what you will experience in Exomecha very soon. What I wanted to cover in this preview today are 4 essential points, which will get you very excited and why you will need to keep this game on your radar for when it arrives onto your Xbox consoles in the near future. So the points I will be covering today are the massive multiplayer battles, infantry, vehicles and mechs, the performance and what you want to expect on your Xbox consoles, and then diving deeper into the Kickstarter campaign and the full launch. So with that, if you're interested, buckle up and get your snacks and let's dive right into it. First off, I wanted to jump straight into the game modes that will be available in Exomecha right from the start, and give you a sense of what you want to expect when you boot it up for the very first time. The primary mode, which you'll be diving into for some chaotic, high-energy PvP action, is called Conquest, and it's a 20 versus 20 battle set across a variety of stunning maps, complete with vehicles, mechs, and so much more. If you've played Battlefield before, this mode will feel very familiar. Capture flags, rack up points, and the first team to hit 1000 takes the win. The action comes fast and furious thanks to the way that these maps are actually designed, and you'll have full access to the vehicle lineup and your trusty mech unit from the get-go. Personally, I had an absolute blast. It felt like a fusion of Halo and Titanfall, like big team battle but mashed with Titanfall 2's mobility and mech combat, and I loved every second of it. The devs have also confirmed that Exomecha will launch with 7 conquest maps, with more being added on a seasonal basis moving forward. Next up is what the dev team are calling Mecha Royale. Yes, it's exactly what it sounds like, a battle royale but set in the Exomecha universe. This mode throws you into intense 1 versus 100 matches on a sprawling map where your goal is very simple: outlast everyone and claim that glorious victory royale. The map here is huge, but surprisingly, vehicles aren't essential here. From my time with it, the combat does feel constant and chaotic, with fights breaking out all around you at every single moment. As with most battle royales though, you will be scavenging loot from chests scattered across the map, picking up contracts to earn your credits, and spending those at buy stations while trying to stay alive. What sets Mecha Royale apart though is the twist at the end. Once it's down to say the final 10 players, everyone suits up in their mech suits and it shifts into an all-out last man standing showdown. It gets absolutely wild as you'll need to master your energy management, time your parries, and sometimes even juggle multiple opponents at one time. I'll admit, I'm not the biggest fan of battle royales these days and I'm kind of spent by them, but I'm really glad there's one in this game, especially for all of you solo players. I do have to say as well, that ending screen, it's pure adrenaline and I bloody love it. As I briefly touched on earlier, Exomecha offers a ton of ways to take out your enemies. Whether you're on foot, in a vehicle, or piloting a mech, the options here are seriously diverse. Starting with infantry, I spoke directly with the development team to get a sense of what the final version of this game will include when it comes to both your classes and the weapons. They have confirmed that there will be 7 unique infantry classes at launch, which is a very impressive number. Each class, like Assault or even Recon, comes with its own perks and bonuses. For example, some might allow you to equip 3 abilities at one time, others let you carry 4 weapons, or even stack up to 6 perks. The amount of variety here is great, and it really shows the attention attention to detail when it comes to building your very own playstyle. One cool bonus though is that in Mecha Royale, even while playing as infantry, you can collect mech weapons and abilities during the match to prep for those intense final battles. As for vehicles, these are exclusive to the Conquest mode at the time being, and include the likes of quad bikes, jeeps with mounted guns, standard tanks, spider tanks, and even helicopters. I had the chance to try out all of them during my play session, and honestly, they shift the pace of battle in a very big way, and I do have to say, it's in a good way as well. The tanks in particular feel like unstoppable beasts, dishing out massive explosive damage while still handling surprisingly well. Compared to some other FPS titles that I've played out on the market, the vehicle controls here feel quite smooth and intuitive. Even piloting a helicopter didn't feel like a death sentence. I actually got the hang of it pretty quickly. There's a solid variety already, and I'm hoping we'll see more customization options in the very future updates. Maybe even passenger slots in your tanks, like what we're seeing with Battlefield 6 launches this October. And then there are the mechs, and oh man, if you're a Titanfall fan like myself, you're gonna fall head over heels for this part of the game. You get to customize your very own mech with a range of melee weapons, from massive axes to brutal chainswords, each offering different gameplay dynamics. You can also outfit your mech with ranged weapons like rocket launchers, railguns, and so much more. There's already a surprising amount of depth here, and it all kind of feels incredibly Titanfall-esque in the best way possible. Also, when you're actually in one of these towering machines, or watching two of them clash in close quarters combat, is a genuinely awe-inspiring experience. Well, performance is obviously going to be a massive sticking point for many of you out there, especially as Exomecha is aiming to launch on both the Xbox Series consoles, PC, and Xbox One. During my time with the exclusive test preview, all of the footage that you've seen today was recorded on my gaming laptop, and this runs a 3060 GPU, and that's not top of the range by any means. I can state this now right out the gate, the game runs so bloody smoothly, and you can tell this game is incredibly well optimized already, even though the game is still a little way from its launch dates. Obviously, I didn't get a chance to try an Xbox build of the game yet, but the devs have mentioned that the consoles are aiming for the following resolutions and also frame rates. You'll be getting a dynamic 4K 60fps or even 1440p 120 fps on the Xbox Series X, and then 1440p 60fps and 1080 120 fps on the Series S. If you're on the Xbox One consoles, you can expect a dynamic 900p 60fps on the One S and 1440p 60fps on the One X. This is absolutely fantastic to hear, and just shows how well the game will scale depending on your hardware. Obviously, time will tell how the game plays out upon release, but for now, I'm incredibly pleased with the performance of this game across the board, especially during my playtime in this early preview. So, if everything you've seen so far has piqued your interest, you're probably wondering, when is Exomecha actually launching on your Xbox consoles or even PC? Well, right now the game is targeting a Q4 2025 to Q1 2026 release window, which honestly isn't too far off. It's worth noting that this game is currently on Kickstarter, as the developers are going fully independent without a publisher. Because of that, Exomecha is no longer a free-to-play title, and it's now set to launch at a $20 price point. Considering other multiplayer titles like Holdfast have recently launched at a similar price point, especially if it helps ensure that we get a more complete experience up front without the flood of microtransactions that plague so many other games in this genre. If you're keen to support the devs and help bring Exomecha to life, especially as an Xbox exclusive, you can find the Kickstarter link in the description below. Well, what do you think about Exomecha? Are you interested in diving into this new FPS experience? You'll have to let me know your thoughts down below. A massive shout out to the development team over at Twisted Red for providing me with exclusive access to Exomecha and enabling me to bring you this exclusive gameplay reveal for you today. Like this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe for more exclusive previews and so much more Xbox content every single day. Whilst you're here though, why don't you check out my most recent video, as I did cover the 17 brand new Xbox Game Pass games coming our way for this August.